Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first ever, or maybe the last ever, live stream here of Coffee with HDR. Just trying to figure out how to get this. Sometimes on a Mac, it's kind of crazy because you're trying to find out. Let's see if we can get it to work here. We're trying to find out how to get this to run. Let's see here. QuickTime Player. Share it. See if that'll work. Chrome has lost permission to capture screen. Well, that's kind of weird. Google Chrome. All right. So what's going on with that? Security preferences. That's where I'm at. Security preferences. Oh, Google Chrome. Oh, there we go. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it. Let's see if now we can capture our screen here. We'll see how this works out. Let's see. Fancy. Hey, good morning to Orvis 128, buddy. Hope the nursing career is going well. Morning to Robert. Flip the Bike Mule and Be the Rider PA. Hey, everyone. ZD Zhead Motovlogs. Ron, good morning. Got the coffee going here. I got this little clip I want to play you here. Check this out. Hopefully this will work. Let's see if this will work out for us here. Here we go. Capture the screen. Let's share this here. Check this out. Get the old coffee ready. Hey, good morning, Mike. Nice to have you on board there this morning. Getting the old Harley mug ready, full of hot Java there. Pretty cool to actually capture the screen. Need a pen. How's everybody doing on this wintry, cold morning? All right, let's try to stop it. Here we go. Yeah. Currently traveling, Orvis, spending my layover with the HDR. Hey, nice to see that. Anyway, yeah, guys, I just thought I would bring you in here this morning. Just something. I woke up like 3:30, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll do a live stream at 8:30. A little coffee with HDR just to see what's going on with everybody out there. It's cold in South Carolina, 25 degrees. Oh man. I don't know what the current temperature is right now here in the great state of Pennsylvania. Let's check it out. See where we're at. We're at. Can you see that? It's not going to focus, is it? 27 degrees. Brr. Little too cold out there for the motorcycle. Just a little. But hey, you know what? Friday it's supposed to be 47. So do you ever notice on the camera your hat always looks crooked, like you're looking like one way or the other there? But hey, I don't know if you guys have ever done this or not, but it's funny because this morning I started going through some, we'll call them motovloggers of the past. You know, great motovloggers that used to be vlogging all the time and used to be some great videos. Hey, good morning, Walton, PA. 13 degrees where you're at. Oh my goodness. Been dreaming this morning of all of the unridden roads awaiting. Yeah, there's a lot of unridden roads out there, but I was going through this morning of the great vloggers of the past, and some of them haven't posted in 2 years, 3 years. And you have to wonder, where do they go? Where does a motovlogger go that don't motovlog anymore? Do they quit riding? Do they lose touch with YouTube? Morning, Bob. It's so cold. It's in a turtle. Good morning. Hey, Walton, PA. Yeah, but I don't know where they all go. I don't know if they just give up on YouTube. The dreams of I don't know, dreams of whatever dream they may be having. I mean, we do this strictly, or I do it anyway, strictly for fun. It's a great time. Like this morning, seeing all you guys pop on here this morning, popping up there for a little coffee with HDR. I mean, you know, and Bob may be having a little Diet Coke this morning for his morning kick. But yeah, so a lot of the people that I subscribe to are just gone. They just disappear, and it's sad. I mean, there's always new people. A lot of you guys I know are new motovloggers. Um, and we have a really tight knit community, and I really like that. Like everybody popping on this morning just to say hi. I wanted to give you a um, little bit of what's going on in the HDR camp here. Good morning, Buck, and a little bit of what's going on in the HDR garage. So, go Browns, go Browns. Hey, they're doing pretty good this year. You have to say that, and they are really coming along. The Cleveland Browns. But yeah, anyway, I finally got the order in for it's called a hot dog heater, and it's going to be getting put into the garage. See if, as we're talking here, good morning, Colin. Wow, you guys are up early in the morning. Let me see if I can bring this up here and show you a picture here. Let's see. I know I have one here somewhere. Let's just looking at last night. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's see if I can bring this up. So anyway, this is what it's going to look like. Let's see. Well, that's not going to do it very well, is it? I'll just do this one. So this is a hot dog heater. This is what it looks like, guys. That'll be put into my garage, and we do have a gas line down here already, so we're going to pump some heat into that new garage. I went down there. Mrs. HR was very nice. She bought me a new standing toolbox, on wheels, with all the drawers on it for my birthday. And she said, "You going to put it together?" I said, "Yeah, it's like 20 degrees in that garage right now." So, but I told her once we get some heat in there, we're going to be putting that in. Good morning, Randy. Good morning to Mike. Morning, Dusty. Morning, Rodney. And Dust in the Wind. But yeah, so that's something I'm looking forward to is getting this heater in. It's going to be probably after Christmas at this point, but Hog Rider, you was just turning on the coffee pot and this popped up on your feed, huh? Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you are having your morning Java with me here. Be the Rider PA actually just sent me a text message before this went live, and he goes, "You better have a big coffee pot." Yeah. My biggest fear is actually, let me see if I can. Oh, and there's another picture of it there. So, Mr. Heater, but it's a gas and it's got forced air with a thermostat, which is going to be super cool. So I think that would be a good time. It'd be nice and warm down there. I'll be able to do some garage videos. I have some new lighting that from Custom Dynamics I have to put on the bike, and I'll bring you in on that once we get that installed, and I'll show you how those work. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I hope everybody's ready for the holidays, however you get ready for the new Christmas holiday. I think everybody's more or less waiting for the best part of this year. It's going to be the end of this year. I think everybody's waiting for that, and just maybe with a sigh of relief, like, whew, man, we're glad 2020 is gone. So 15 Celsius. It feels like negative 28, Randy. Wow. Where are you at that it's that cold? Oh, be the rider PA said that's because you are dreaming of riding. Bob said, will you install my heater? Actually, guys, I'm very fortunate that my new son-in-law, I always told my kids to marry somebody that has a good trade, something that we need to have. That's not true. But so my new son-in-law, he is a certified HVAC guy. That's what he does for a living every day of the week. And I used to tell people, don't bring me your broken down computers because I do it every day and I don't want to do it when I come home. But we bought a new thermostat, and I would highly recommend this thermostat. I don't think I have a picture of it, but it's called a Honeywell thermostat, and you can control it with your phone. So I could be sitting, even though the thermostat's in my living room, I could be sitting with my phone up here in the computer room, and I could adjust the heat. The other day, I actually went to Walmart, and I thought, man, I didn't turn the furnace down. We like to turn it down a few degrees when we leave the house. The cat stays pretty warm with fur. So I was at Walmart. As I pull up my phone, I was able to turn my furnace down. And I could even tell Alexa, turn the heat up by 3 degrees. Alexa says, yes, sir. I will keep you warmer. It's kind of funny. Mrs. HR says, you got some kind of love relationship with that Alexa box. Got a new camera upgrade, hog rider, picking up the bike this morning. Can't wait. We will still have a great riding out here in New Mexico. What kind of camera gear did you buy there, Hog Rider? Hopefully it's something nice, something new. I was actually watching somebody's video the other day. Man, I watched so many YouTube videos. It just escapes my mind who it was. But the funny thing about it was he actually reverted it was something like a shout out to HDR. So maybe that's probably why I clicked on it. I guess that's clickbait for me, right? I clicked on it, and here he bought a new Senna 10C Evo, and he was really happy with it. So it's very nice. I have a Nest. It does the same. Oh yeah, okay. Be the rider PA. Yeah, you have the Nest. And we looked at those. They were just a little pricey, but it does the same thing, right? So I think it's really cool that you can control your heat and your air conditioning from wherever you are. Hog Rider's getting SNS 510 cams. Bike's going to be a screamer now. You just started my Alexa, Bob. Let's try it again. Hey, Alexa, turn on all of our lighting. Okay, Bob, did all your lights come on your house? On your O2 electric glide. That baby's going to be kicking now. I think the O2 electric glide, am I right? It has an 88 cubic inch engine. Is that what an O2 has, or does it have the 96? I don't know when the 96 came out. I know my 11 I had, it did have a 96 cubic inch. So, do you have a Y camera gear can you get rid of? Oh, do I have any used camera gear I can get rid of? I do not. And it's funny, as you start, you can't afford new. Hey, is it Jermaine or Jaman? Here's the trick with vlogging cameras, guys. If you can't afford new, look for reconditioned cameras and go on eBay. People are always selling these GoPros because what happens is, people want the latest, greatest. They buy the GoPro 8, the GoPro 9, the GoPro 10. Let me tell you what, and my buddies here laugh at me. Bob and Colin, they kind of laugh at me here, but here's the GoPro Silver 3 Plus, Hero 3 Plus, right? When I bought this thing reconditioned many years ago at this point, but I might have got it for, I don't know, $80, and it still works today. So is it the greatest? No. Does it have stabilization? No. But I tell you what, you can plug a mic into the side of it. I recently bought a microphone off of Amazon that plugs right into here it couldn't have been more than $10, and it works phenomenally. It's crazy how great it works. What do you guys think of the new Pan American launch? Maybe I better go watch the Pan American launch. Okay, you're right. Okay, so it does have hog rider, an 88 cubic inch engine. Where did that microphone go? Where did the microphone go? Oh, here it is. Look, check it out. I have a table next to me. It's called my camera table. But yeah, see how it has that little plug? And what's nice about it, it hardwires right into this, right into the old USB slot, right into there. And you just wire that right into your chin mount in your helmet and put that on the front of your helmet. You're good to go. It works perfect. So, you don't always have to buy the latest, greatest. And if you're new, if you have a new channel and you're new to this this great hobby of ours, maybe you'll be one of those people I talked about this morning that, there's, oh my God, there had to be like at least 10 people I used to subscribe to that haven't posted a video in the past 2 years. So, it's a hobby. Either you're going to dump into it, you're going to enjoy it, or you're not. Okay. So, Coffee with the Godfather. Thanks, Bob. I don't know about all that, but sometimes I get at 3:30 in the morning, I get these ideas. Like, it's hard because we don't, and okay, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag, guys. For people that are here watching a live stream, this is a secret. Don't tell anybody else, okay? What happens when you live in the northern states, to post a video each week, we do, and Bob mentioned it on his videos before, we do what's called stacking. P the Rider PA does it. Colin, not so much. Colin is more of a, if I can't record it and post it that week, then he just doesn't do a video, right? Or he'll do a garage video. But a lot of us stack our videos. So you may see a video come out in January and the leaves are still in full bloom, okay? Or the flowers, you'll see flowers. This year, I paid very close attention because of all the campaign signs everywhere. So if you watch one of my videos in February, and you're like, why did people leave all those campaign signs all in their yards? It's probably because I've recorded them before the campaign. So I thought this would be nice to be able to sit here and talk to you live. And all you guys know, and probably everybody in this channel right now, watch our live stream on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Those will be coming back here in January. So just to throw that out there. And we will all be back together again. And what's nice about that is we can interact with you closer to now, right? This is live. So this is not Memorex. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, okay. So you said that's how you got your Hero 2014 model. Let's see, we'll do. We would never laugh at you, Bronco Ride. Did your old thermostat have the low voltage wire already? I was looking at switching it to a smart thermostat, but I did not have the wiring that can plug in the back of it. No, Walt, in PA, it did not. But like I said, my son-in-law, luckily, is an HVAC guy. So you have to run a new wire to the thermostat to the furnace. And he connected that third wire, the voltage wire, which is a low voltage wire, to the back of the transformer on the furnace. That's how it gets power. So it did not. The old thermostat just had two because it was a mercury thermostat. So good question. Great question. Not it was Colin. Hi. Oh, hi, Bodine. Morning. I won't. Same here. Right now, I'm posting videos from September and October, Walton, PA. Yeah. So yeah, we do tend to stack. We have to stack them, folks. I mean, and sometimes it's funny because on my channel, I'll get people say, HDR, man, your weather still looks really good there in February. It's beautiful. Like I live in Hawaii, but maybe in reality, they're just messing with me. I don't know, but I do. I mean, I got videos to post for a while. Zedhead. He runs a second handheld GoPro Hero 4 Silver. It has a Senna GoPro 2 audio backpack. That's great. Back when the GoPro batteries were decent. Yeah, guys, what is it about GoPro batteries? Why do they die so fast? Some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. Yep, the Three Amigos are coming back. We are going to make a return. The band will be back together, and I think that's huge. We always have a good time with that. You know, we got some, well, not we. I always group myself in we with these two great guys, Bob and Colin. And I don't know why I say we. They. They are going to have some amazing guests for you. Most of my guests out there, you know, no, I do. I got some amazing guests too. I find some pretty cool people. I can't tell you the first show, and Mrs. HDR is downstairs. She's going to hear this and yelp upstairs right now. But the first show is going to be our wives coming back on with us. That's going to be the first show of our return. I do know that's for sure. Walt's posting videos from okay. Secondhand camera from GoPro. I've seen several new motovloggers from your fireside chats. Oh, okay. So you mean they're coming in, John, to the fireside chat, and you're actually, or the people that we're bringing on as guests. We do our very best to pay it forward. Not that we're, you know, none of us have 50, 60,000 subscribers, you know, but we enjoy bringing brand new people on, right? I was new once. I had 1 subscriber. Bob was new once, and Colin was new once. Everybody, I always say, starts at 1. You got to get that first person to click on subscribe. And then you build from there. So we love getting these new motovloggers on and chatting with them. My first question to them all the time is, why did you get into this hobby? You know, you could have picked up the guitar, the drums. I don't know. You could have picked up welding, you know, get a MIG welder in your garage. But this is a fun hobby. It's people like you guys out there. Yep, I got a winery video from July till March. See, there you go. Be the Rider PA has some. Hey, good morning, Mr. G 1965. Cup of coffee to you there, bud. Merry Christmas to you and everybody else out here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. So as I was telling you, as I'm watching this chat thing go across here, is I don't know why this is over there. It doesn't matter really, but anyway, that was the first big secret I had to tell you. Was about stacking videos, which anybody knows that lives in the north with us knows that's what we do. Thank goodness for people like Mike Killy 7 that arrive when it's 17 degrees to work. You know, it's great to have him on there. It's great to have Moose 3971 still riding when he can get his bike out of the garage. So when I finish having coffee, it'd be time to go to R and dig out our driveway with the snowblower. Our old buddy HDR twisted my arm. Then Bodine and Colin pushed me out the door. Pushed you out the door. I don't know what that means, but twisted your arm to start in the hobby. I tell you. Yeah, we went out to buy, actually, Doug, you're talking about your snowblower. And a lot of people follow me on Instagram, probably that's on here, and seeing the picture that I posted. When did I post that? Oh, heck, I don't know. Let's see here. That's the wrong one. I guess so many things going on this Mac, I can't find anything. Let's see here. So anyway, we went out to buy a snowblower, and was really happy that we were going to do so. But then we ended up buying this instead. Here, check this out. Application window. So we ended up buying this instead. So that would be a new snow shovel. And those bent handles, it's really, guys, if you have little kids right now beside you, cover their ears from it. It's bullshit. That bent handle doesn't make your back feel any better. That's a marketing ploy by some crazy person out there. My back was hurting so bad yesterday. I was actually talking to Bob and Colin. I said, guys, I'm not getting any younger. We also got the salt spreader. I would highly recommend that. Oh man, that thing. Now we don't use salt on our driveway. We use calcium chloride, something safe for cement because it's all new concrete. So, but you put it in there, man, you just walk and it just shoots that stuff all over the driveway. It is super nice. It did it in no time. Um, and then you the big bag of the calcium chloride there. So, but we did go out to buy the snowblower, um, and it just didn't happen. So yeah, right, Doug. It's just a ploy. It's a ploy. Good morning, Harley Moon Rider. Good morning, the Godfather of cameras. What a nice guy there. Good morning to you. Let's see. If I didn't motovlog, I would still be talking anyway in my helmet anyway. Yep, Zedhead, I get it. You're exactly right. Should get an electronic one. Well, the one I was looking at, Be the Rider PA, we were looking at electric start gas. Our driveway is too big. The guy at Home Depot recommended we don't buy anything bigger than a two-stage snowblower, um, because he said the snow is it's just such a big path. So he recommended that. Um, anyway, so what happened was, just reading through some of these snowblowers, the way to go. I have an Aaron's 8 horsepower, works great. I seen those and I really like that. I bought a Greenworks 80-volt electric snowblower. When we got 10 inches of heavy snow, it would you having to you would end up having to recharge the battery 8 times to clear the driveway. Yeah, see, I get that, Walton. We don't have that luxury here. The problem is, you guys have seen my garage. You've seen the driveway, I guess, from the pictures, and you've probably even seen me coming out of it on the motorcycle coming up the hill. For some stupid reason, in our some kind of somewhat intelligent mind, we built a garage in the backyard, which that's where it had to go. We couldn't build this 24 by 30-foot structure anywhere else in our on our property close to the road. But we built a long driveway, goes all the way down the back. And if I can find a picture of it here as I talk, I will. I'm going to look here for a picture. But yeah, so we built this long driveway going all the way down back. I thought I took some here. And the problem is, we both start work in the mornings at, well, Mrs. HR goes a little later. She starts at 8. I start at uh, quarter after 7, roughly 7:30. I got to be at work. So you have to be able to get up. I'm just going through. I'm sorry, looking at the side of my head. Let me turn my pictures over here so that way I can kind of look at you as I'm talking here. So if I don't see the chat, just hold on a minute here. But I'm trying to see the driveway, a picture of the driveway. But I have to have something that's going to clear this driveway very quickly, if we're going to park down there. Now, here's the funny thing lately. Um, I'll get back to that snowblower here a little bit, because with the snowblower, when we were talking, myself and Miss HR out, we had one picked out. We had it on the cart. We pushed it up. We were pushing it up to the checkout. She turns and looks at me and she goes, this is a gamble. And I said, what's that, hon? And she said, it's a gamble that really there's no pictures of the driveway. Well, I will get some pictures of the driveway. You know what? Maybe later. Check out my Instagram, Harley Day Rider. Maybe I'll throw some on there later on. But I thought I took some here of the whole garage for my mom to see. But yeah, so she turned to me and she said, "Hun, the way we get snow here in Pennsylvania, it's on again, off again. It's here and it's not, and it's here and it's not. Do we really want to spend this kind of money on a snowblower and not get any more snow? Because it's a gamble." And I was like, well, and Mrs. HR is a pretty smart woman. She is a very smart woman. Good morning, Bob Nelson. Won't be okay. Let me see here. Definitely get a two-stage snowblower and a single stage. Oh, the single stage clogs up a lot. Okay. I have a new blower picked out too. My current one is on its last legs and don't want to get a new one until it actually dies. Yeah, so Miss HDR said, do we really need to buy this? So we just kind of pushed the cart back to where the snow blowers were, and we didn't buy it. We came home. Honestly, guys, before we left, she had half the driveway shoveled anyway, because we had to get one of our cars down because of the toolbox that she bought me for my birthday, which was on Thursday, the 17th, December 17th. So she's been carrying this big, massive toolbox around the back of her car for 2 weeks, right? I couldn't look in the back of the car. I couldn't even turn around when I was driving it. So we got the big toolbox out of the car, went to buy the snowblower, came home with the new snow shovel and the spreader, and myself and Miss HDR shoveled the bottom part of the driveway out and got rid of everything. You've probably seen that on Instagram because I was kind of barking about it, obviously. This is what we had to come home and clean out right here. Let's see here. That's what we had to come back home and clean off. So yeah, it was a little deep. Yeah, it was a little bit heavy. We got about 7 inches total here in southwestern Pennsylvania. So, but other than that, we were able to get it cleaned up pretty quickly. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. The birthday wishes there. Yeah, so we got it cleared up pretty quickly and got it out of there. So we did not buy the snowblower because, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's an insurance policy, right? But talking to Bob and Colin the other night, I said, it might be cheaper if I hire a service, but I want to make sure the service is going to be able to plow my driveway out. It's just a straight down driveway with that landing on the bottom I showed you. Just run a plow through there so we can get the cars out of the garage. Because here's the stupid thing about this. We built the garage. 3 reasons. Okay. First reason, Miss HR will tell you. So the motorcycle has a home. So the motorcycle has a place to live, right? First reason. Second reason was to keep the bird poop off of Mrs. HR's car. Because where we park in front of the house, we have a big tree and birds sit up there and they just poop that beautiful purple crap all over her car all the time. So we spend a ton of money down at the car wash blasting all the bird poop off. That's the second reason. The third reason was we thought in the wintertime we want to clean our cars off anymore from the snow. Here's the problem with that is if we park in the driveway, if we park in the garage, we will never get out of the driveway. And it's going to take us an hour to 2 hours to shovel it before you go to work. And that's not my cup of tea. So that's why I'm kind of looking for somebody at this point maybe to come out and plow it. If they say, hey, I could plow it, if it snows real bad, I'll hit it at 6 o'clock. Fine. I can use my new spreader. I can spread all the stuff up it and, all the, whatever it's called. It's like I said, it's not salt, but I can spread it all over and I can, melt the ice or whatever. It takes me a few minutes to do that. So yeah, Hog Rider, you're right. It did look like snowblower material. And the reason I left that, because when we went to buy the snowblowers and come home and say, hey, look, we're going to do this and take care of this, but, and I had a video coming out recently. I canceled it. Bob and Colin knew that I had a video coming out recently and knew why I canceled it. But I did have this stuff in it. So you may see this come out in a video here. I don't know when, but do I have the new thermostat in here? Huh. We'll see if we can't look at this here stuff. But yeah, good morning, everybody coming in. I appreciate you stopping inside here and visiting with HDR in the morning here for some coffee and a little Saturday chat. You're a little expensive. You're a little far too, partner. A little far from me there. All right. So we are having some construction done in our living room, and this is presently happening right now. Here's some more of it. That's where the TV set's going to end up being. That at one time was a fireplace that is now blocked in. Here's the other thought. That's the old thermostat that came off the wall right there. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Yeah, I guess you can't see my mouse in there, huh? So it is nothing but 100% tore up. All those doors, the woodwork, everything, all the molding, everything's been removed and gone. See, that's where the TV set's going to go. That's a 50-inch flat screen. This is what you do when the contractors leave the house for the day because you're just like overwhelmed by what's going on in your home. That was dinner the other night. Let's see here. This was my birthday dinner. My daughter took me out for my birthday. We had some ribs and some potato skins there. Good stuff. She had some kind of frozen margarita, and I was having a good old Yingling. Good stuff, huh? So this is what it's looking like now. This is as of last night. I took some more pictures. You see they get the drywall up. They got all the patching going on. You can see they put the new doors in. So the new doors are on for the basement and the closet. That's her leaving. There's the lovely Mrs. HDR standing in the room there. Glad her hair is fixing that picture because she would be screaming at me. She'd be like, you put me on camera with my hair being... No, I'm not showing pictures of you, dear. Let's see here. Harley Moonrider, after about 3 snows of this size, you will want the blower, and no one will have to have one to sell. You're probably right. What I was thinking, though, is a snowblower is something... I mean, a snowblower is, I don't know how to put it. Snowblower, well, no. I told Miss HDR a lawnmower makes more sense, right? If I paid $900 for a lawnmower, I know I'm going to mow the grass. That's a given. It's going to grow every week, and I'm going to have to cut the grass. But if I spend $900 for a snowblower, it just might not snow. So I've been looking around, and I told her, I said, just buy a secondhand one. As long as it's an electric start. And that shows you how much I know. I told the guy, I said, where's the battery on this snowblower? And he's like, sir, what do you mean battery? And I said, well, where's the battery? If it's electric start, it must have a battery somewhere. He goes, sir, you plug it into the wall. And I'm like, wait a minute, you plug it into the wall? And sure enough, that's slick as crap there. Plug the extension cord in, hit the starter, and unplug the extension cord. That is pretty cool. So, yeah, go. Pa, she already heard that. All this snow brings me back to Buffalo days. 36 degrees this morning in Arizona. And that's about as cold as it gets. That's not a bad morning. 36, I guess. I love my snowblower. It is. I use it 1 to 2 times a winter. It's paid for itself. And as sweet as tears I would have lost. Oh, man. Get a tractor mower with a snowblower in front. Here's the trick, guys. If you don't want to cut grass, if you really hate cutting grass as much as I do, and you don't want to be in your yard cutting a lot of grass, build a really big garage, right? Build a big garage. That garage took almost over half of our backyard up. So, Bob, I used to want a tractor, but honestly, I don't. I mean, Mrs. HDR said that, the self-propelled mower is enough for her. She cuts grass a lot because she likes to do it for exercise, and she enjoys mowing grass. So who am I to argue that point? But she does get out there and likes to cut the grass. I'll do all the trimming and the weed eating. But now we did buy a battery-operated weed eater. That is a godsend, boy. No more cords wrapping around the house. I don't like the gas ones. When I was back when my old man was living, I probably told you guys this on a video one time or another, but we had a lawn service, and we had gas-powered weed eaters, and you would pull and pull and pull and pull and pull and pull. Oh, my God. I didn't want to go through that, but this battery-powered weed eater thing they got going on, it's good stuff, man. You just hit the button and it fires right up. So every time works. Including the price of the snowblower into the garage build. Well, that could have been an idea. But as I told him earlier, as I told a lot of you, I don't know when you came in here to chat this morning, but I just bought a a new heater, a hot dog heater, basically a small furnace. It's gas for the garage. So I kind of added that to the price of the overall build of the garage, but it's very much needed. I mean, it's very cold down there. Not so much to warm the cars up. The bike was kind of yelling at me. I went down yesterday and it said, "Why are you leaving me in such cold garage?" And it wanted a blanket, like an electric blanket. My bike is kind of sensitive. Um, I told it would be okay. I mean, I plugged the trickle charger into the wall. I said, "You'll be just fine." And I even put my bike on carpeting so the tires are even staying warm. But it gets a little mad at you. Oh yeah, yeah. The heater will be fine close to the particle board because it's actually going to be hanging from the ceiling joists. It won't be near the particle board at all. So, um, besides that, honestly, I always say, the garage isn't short. So if it burns down, blows over, falls down, trickles, crushes, it's still insured. But yeah, thanks for asking. So yeah, that's what's going to happen is it's going to be hanging from the ceiling rafters, which the particle board is like super high, and that heater blows down like this. It blows on an angle, so it's exactly what it's made for. So on the picture I showed you with the particle board, ours isn't built like that. Ours is just the ceiling is just rafters. There's no boards on the ceilings at all. So, uh, all right, be the rider, PA. You shouldn't have a honeydew list right now because it's too cold to go out and do the honey list. So, uh, the honeydew list is stay home and drink bourbon. See you later, bud. Have a good day. Take care. Mid 40s here down in Florida, South Georgia. And I'm prepping for our annual toy run today. Very good, Southern Rider. I just installed a Mr. Heater Big Max in mine. Yeah, and I think that's the same one I'm looking at. Is this the same one that you've seen here? Um, it looks pretty good. Plus, you know what we found out in our garage? And this may seem weird to some of you, maybe not. But since our living room is being remodeled, we've been entertaining in the garage. People's been coming over. They actually come down to the garage and hang out with us. So we have to heat it. Yeah, I think this is the same one. Here, let me show you. Let's see. Harley Moon Rider. I think this is the same one you got, bud. Probably. So that's the one I'm putting in. And this is what who was just saying that about the boards? HD Tractacular. Oops. Yeah, you're talking about this. My ceiling is not like that at all. I'm sorry. My ceiling is all open rafters. So it's going to be hanging directly from the rafters over here and blowing down. So yeah, good point. But yeah, mine is not closed in. It's cold and rainy in Scotland. Hey, good morning from Scotland, man. Nice to hear from you. Zedhead, I didn't know it's where you were from. Or maybe I did. Just didn't realize it here. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen my live stream. I took it on YouTube because apparently the nephew that was over playing guitar in the garage, apparently his vocals and his guitar playing is so good that YouTube actually clipped. They actually, well, not clipped. They actually dinged me for copyright material on YouTube because his guitar and singing was so close to the artist, I guess. Even though he's very much of an amateur, but they so I took the video down. It's no longer there. You might be able to find it back on Instagram. We did stream it live on Instagram, which they don't care what you stream on there because I don't know. And I didn't even monetize it. So I won't monetize it so they won't care. They cared. They absolutely cared. But hey, what are you gonna do? So another thing I was going to tell everybody here, another little secret of a live stream, is that I mentioned a few times on the motorcycle I was out riding around, and Bob and Colin knows, obviously, we're pretty close and tight-knit group. But I mentioned a few times about getting a new job, starting a new career, thanks to Mike Hilly 7 for him talking about stuff all the time. It kind of got me thinking a little bit, but so I actually took a new job as an educator. So I now teach cybersecurity and networking, computer networking to juniors and seniors in a high school setting. So it's actually a trade school setting, but it's one of our elite Pittsburgh schools. And so I've been there since the beginning of the school year, and I don't really say a lot on the video. There's some things on your videos about your personal life you don't give away, and that was one of them. But since everybody joined me here in the live stream, I'm giving it to you here. So I thought it'd be a nice place to just let that out of the bag. I know a lot of you have been emailing me saying, "Oh, what's been going on? What kind of job did you get?" And one guy thought I was actually working for the mafia. That's not true. Another guy thought I was working for like the CIA or something. They're like, "Oh, you can't talk about it and everything." It's like, nah, but so some of the stuff we keep personal. Mrs. HDR actually and has been an educator for over 25 years. So she's been in education and educating children. So kind of works out well. And we hope everything works out well. I mean, I have to obviously go back and pick up a couple college credits, and I'm old as dirt. You know, I'm probably I'm so old, I'm getting ready to go back to dirt. Actually, I always tell Miss HDR that I'm closer to that side of my life than the beginning side. But hey, if you don't go for it sometimes, you'll just never know. So I decided to go for it. Let's see what happens. And we'll go from there. But thanks, Tex. Yeah, teaching. I mean, teaching is cool. The only thing about this job that I said that I wished, and when I started, I said, "Well, do you have any books?" And they said, "Oh, yeah, there's some books and stuff." And nobody gave me anything. I said, "Where do I teach from?" They said, "Well, teach from your head." And I was like, "Oh." So a lot of the lessons I design, I've been doing computer work and cybersecurity work for well over 25 years. So I have a lot of stuff in there, but it's hard to correlate and come up with a class every day or a session or a lesson. But I'm getting better at it. So let's see. Thanks, Doug. Yeah, so far it's going pretty good. Thanks, Bob. And uh, I always say Bob is like my therapist. Colin's my backup. But myself and Bob's talked for a long time. Bob will tell you, I met Bob when he had 9 subscribers on YouTube, so we've known each other for a long time. Um, I can't say it. Like it took him 2 years to get where he's at now, um, but I'll do. I'll call him up, say, "Hey, do you think it's a good idea?" It's what I'm thinking of doing. He'll be like, "Well, what do you think?" And I was like, "Why do you keep turning around back on me, Bob?" I said, "No, what do you think?" And he'll kind of drill me down through it. We'll try to figure it out together. But that's kind of what happens. So, oh, okay. So you go to a tech school in Delaware. That's kind of cool. It's a small world. But yeah, so I've been doing that since the start of this school year. Right now, with all this cyber teaching and stuff, man, it's hard to teach a tech class when you're teaching through a computer. As dumb as that may seem, I can't really show you any pictures of the classroom or the kids because obviously it's the kids, and that's very sacred to education. I'm not allowed to show pictures of our students, but I take pictures of them for the school as they're doing work. Well, we build networks in class. We build a server rack. We build switches. We build wiring, cabling, switching, networking. But when they're cyber, they can't be doing that, right? They can't use their hands. Same with we have courses at the school for auto mechanics, welding, shop, electrical occupation, diesel mechanics, veterinarian assistant, veterinarian tech. And culinary. So we got these great programs, but the kids can't actually touch the tools because you're talking to them through a computer. So it's horrible to teach that way. It's horrible for the kids to have to try to learn that way. And what's even the harder part of educating right now is trying to keep your students motivated. They don't think there's a reason why. It's like, why are we bothering? And it's funny now that I'm starting these college courses. Guess what? I mean, I have to go to campus for, a couple weekends, but after that, they're going to make us virtual. So now I got to go through that too. Trying to make your own courses, planning them out. So, yeah, Tex, it is kind of tough. I usually wake up at 4 in the morning. I usually wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start writing up a lesson for the day. Like it'll be circling in my head. But what I've learned now is I start building my course and my lesson plans for the whole week. So that's been working out very well. So on Friday, we're finishing up kind of what we started building on Monday. And that's been working extremely well for me. And then on Fridays, I usually test them. I give them a pretty good quiz to see, make sure they learned everything and understand everything. That was actually Henry. I'm surprised he's not in the live chat. Let's see here. Don't know if you dare send me a message. I'm on YouTube Live. Let's see if he jumps in there. Henry actually got around somebody with this horrible, ungodly, unforgiving disease that's out there right now. And he didn't get sick, but he did have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So he was planning on coming over, help me take the boat motor off the boat. And it's hard as you get older. I don't have any help. There's nobody to come over to help me do anything. I can't just pick up that motor by myself and break my back or get a hernia, or Mrs. HDR is not really going to be able to pick up that motor either. Henry was going to give me a hand, but then he had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So the boat motor is still outside on the boat. So and she's like, you better not have ruined that motor. It's like, I don't have a choice. If I ruined it, I guess I'm going to have to buy a new one during fishing season. So, and it's the 9.9 outboard motor. They're about $1,500, but I don't have any help. And that's our problem. My son did come over a few weeks ago to help us get everything out of the living room, all the furniture, and carry it to the garage. So that at least he did help me. But it's hell to get old, guys. I mean, I hate it. I hate every minute of getting old. You can't, like that living room. I used to be able to tear that living room apart, re-drywall, carry the drywall on my shoulders, put the mud on. I bend over, pick something up. Now my back hurts, and it's horrible. But like I said, the worst thing is we don't have any help around the house. We need to hire big, strong, burly men to get things done. But I don't know. I know. I'm not bitching. I know I'm alive. I'm living. I can breathe every day. I can still ride my motorcycle. I guess I have a lot to be thankful for. But anyway, new job, Yeah, Bronco Ride said students call him Mr. HDR. No, Bronco Ride actually, the day he found out about the new position, he messaged me. He said, are you going to make all your students subscribe to your channel? He did. I swear that was his words. He'll put it in the chat and tell you that exactly what he said. And I said, no, I really don't want the kids to know I have a YouTube channel. So I was in a boat a few weeks ago trying to get a snow plow mounted on the truck. What? Oh, you were in that boat a few weeks ago trying to get the snowblower mounted. It was hell to get help. Yeah, it's hell to get help to do anything. I have Alexa. If you know anything about the Fifth Amendment, no, it refuses to answer my questions. She pleaded the fifth. She's not going to answer you. My wife was exposed at work and had to be quarantined. We just got the test results back yesterday, and she's negative. Yeah, we had two of our daughters actually was tested positive, and they're both fine. I mean, they're young. They both work out all the time at the gym, so they're good. There's nothing wrong with them now. But age is another reason for a snowblower. The older you get, the more expensive our toys get. I agree with you. I told Miss HR yesterday, I bent over to fix a lock in the living room. One of our front door locks was not turning the tumbler. So I tore it all apart and dropped the screw. I bent over. I was like, holy hell. Like I couldn't straighten back up because I shoveled all that damn snow outside the other day. And I told her, and I texted the guys here, Bronco and Colin and Bob, and I said, guys, I said, where's the kids anymore? It walks around with the shovel on their shore going, hey, mister, you want me to shovel that driveway for $5? Huh? I'll give them 10. I'll give them 25. The kids don't do crap today. I always had a snow shovel. Me and my buddy would snow shovel everybody's sidewalk because we had a lot of old people lived around us. We get $3 for one, $5 for another, a cookie for one. No, these kids today don't want to help the old people. No wonder we're struggling. They're just sitting in the house playing their little Sega games or their little Xboxes or whatever the kids do nowadays. And they don't give a crap about the older people, right? We're just old. We're just people with gray hair. They don't give a crap. But I don't know. Yeah, wait till you're 70. If I was 70 like Bob Nelson is a king of the kings because, and if you don't watch him, go subscribe to his channel. But Bob Nelson still works every day. He does automotive work. It's not like easy work. He's bent over, hunched over, under a car, lifting cars up in the air. He rides a motorcycle from his house to like Florida, Georgia to Florida and back. He wants to ride it to Texas. Bob, you and Henry are like amazing people because Henry's 72 and he's the same way. He'll do anything. You never hear him say he's old. And Bob, I never hear it from you ever. So very impressive. Sorry about the sniffling. I don't know. It's just dry heat in here. Just try and catch up on the comments, guys. So, Moonrider. Harley Moonrider 74 for me, Bob. Moonrider 74 also. Like me, I pay some. Yeah, we have to get to that point. We do have to pay people to do things. All right, Text Rider, have a great day. Thanks for joining me here this morning. I do appreciate you stopping by. It's kind of an improv this morning on doing something like this just to see what's going on with everybody. Yeah, Doug, and I used to do that too. I used to mow grass. It was a bad time for me to ask to come over and help me move some furniture. Bad time for me to ask you to. Yeah, Bob. Bob, I'd come up and help move furniture. We can moan and groan together because we're both about the same age. But yeah, Doug, you're right. So we would shovel walks and driveways. We didn't care all winter, me and my buddy. In the summertime, we'd go around, push mowers. We'd push a lawnmower up and down the street and mow grass. $3 here, $5 there. Our parents didn't believe in that. Here's $100 a week for allowance. They didn't do that. My dad worked, 16-hour shifts. He wasn't going to give you $100 for your allowance. So, we had everything we needed. Don't get me wrong. For a family, we had everything we truly needed. So, but anyway. Hey, Henry, I see you made it on there, buddy. We were just talking about you. I said, you're in your 70s and you'll never say you're old. So, good morning to you. Glad to see you're on board here with us this morning. So, before I go, maybe I won't. Maybe I will. And the only reason I'm doing this is because Mr. G 1965 gave you the same news in the same kind of context. Okay. So, not to get too deep into it or anything, I did a video recently and I talked about my mother, and my mom went into the hospital. She had a little episode, and I talked about that in this video. This video was not released because a week later, or not even a week, 3 or 4 days after I created that video, we were going to see mom, and mom passed away. So we're not going to. That video has been super edited down and cleaned up, and I didn't want to get too sympathetic with you guys, but I just want to let you know what's happening in the HDR family. You guys are close. You guys are on this live stream, and I appreciate you all. And I just want to throw that out there. But we're okay. Everything's good. Christmas is different. I don't feel like decorating. I don't feel much like anything right now, but that's just me. So anyway, even this year, my first birthday, think of that with your mom or your dad. Mom would call every year and say, mom would call over you and say, "Oh, happy birthday, son," and your mom was with you since that very second you were born, right? And have that first year where you don't get that phone call anymore. It's creepy. I mean, it's kind of not creepy. I guess it's just a loss. So, all right. Anyway, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that, Bob. And yeah, they always say that. My sister posted something the other day, something about, when you lose your father, it's bad. When you lose your mother, it may be losing your closest friend, and it's interesting. Um, the only thing she wanted this year, this summer, she was hoping for it to go for a ride on the motorcycle. So um, that's something that you may see that coming up in a video. So I'm not gonna give that away, but somehow, some way, I'm going to grant that wish, and I think that's important. So anyhow, um, I hear you, Bob, and Bob, brother. I mean, that's when you talked about that, and I met you the first time, and I knew everything that happened in your life. I mean, I think that drew me that much closer to you, my friend, and to understand what you're going through. So I get it. I get it. So anyway, all right. So on a happier note, it's still snowing outside. No, it's not. It's not snowing out there. Anybody else have anything to say? It's good things. Very true. Good thing to see Henry got in there. Your mother wanted the same thing, but I was afraid to take her. She was getting frail. Now I question if I did the right thing. Bob, Doug, it was the same thing for me, man. It was mom weighed 75 pounds, right? I told her, and I joked with her. I said, Mom, I could put you, I said, I could put you on the motorcycle and, not a problem, but you might blow off. And yeah, but that's neither here nor there. I wanted to see if I got this. Oh, yeah, look. So, when I was at Mom's house one day, I'm going to share my screen here for a minute because I think this is probably one of my best pictures ever. I was at Mom's house one day and I said, Look, Mom, look, try this helmet on. And that was when we got the one motorcycle and she just tried the helmet on. So, but I thought that was pretty cool. There was another one here that's pretty cool. That was when we had the 2011 Electric Glide Classic. We went down and they wanted to sit on the motorcycle. This is my mother's bingo friend. I always called him. He lived in the apartment right across the hall. One of those, I don't know. We're not going to call it romances. We're going to call it neighbor mance, maybe. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. They wanted to sit on there, and but yeah, she at that age, when she looked like that, I should have took her for a ride. I should have took her for a ride when she looked like that. So, but anyway, yeah, that's Mom. Oh, that's a horrible picture. Yep, a little bit of wine and ribs. That's what she always wanted every time she came over. Tell that Mary to get me a bottle of wine and get me some ribs. So that's what she always wanted, guys. Great stuff. Yeah, I know, Bob. You're going on a trip to Texas, man. Safe travels for you. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. Well, good, Henry. I'm glad it came out negative, man. Glad you're all right. All right, everybody. I am going to blast out of here. When we do stream anything, we always keep them to 1 hour. So I got my little honey-do list I got to go do too. So plus the contractors will be heading back here. All right. I'll finish my conversation with Henry on the phone. I'll give you a call. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Hey, thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate you coming in this morning to have coffee with HDR. We will talk to you next time I pull one of these off. I don't know when it'll be, but hopefully it'll be soon. We'll see everybody. Have a good day.